This gallery explores death and the afterlife, something which held particular significance and meaning for the ancient Egyptians. Mummification, magic, and ritual are investigated through the objects on display here. These include mummies, coffins, funerary masks, portraits and other items designed to be buried with the deceased. People and animals were both subject to mummification. The significance of death and the afterlife to ancient Egyptians meant complex funeral preparations and rites thought to be needed to ensure the transition of the individual from earthly existence to immortality. To ensure a successful afterlife for the dead through mummification, most internal organs were removed and preserved in distinctive jars. The brain was also removed, but not preserved, and the rest of the body was dried with natural salt, treated with oils and resins, and tightly wrapped in bandages. Small figures called shabtis were buried to magically provide for the deceased and help them pass into the afterlife. Animals sacred to the gods, like bulls, crocodiles, cats, and falcons, were also mummified. This unusual mummy had his arms, legs, fingers and toes individually wrapped. The study of human remains in the museum's collection helps advance important research in fields such as archaeology, social anthropology, human biology, the history of disease and genetics. Today, researchers at the museum use medical CT scanners to explore the mummies in the collection. These new techniques have allowed researchers to discover much more about life and death along the Nile. The naturally preserved mummy known as Gabelian Man, on display in room 64, the Early Egypt Gallery at the British Museum, has been revealing some of his long-held secrets. Body of a naturally mummified adult male lying in flexed position, surrounded by pots, plates and flasks. Gabelian Man, pre-dynastic period, around 3500 BC. Direct contact with the hot, dry sand naturally mummified his body, making him one of the best preserved individuals from ancient Egypt. He has been in the British Museum collection for over 100 years. Mummy of a man called Hornajitav, possibly aged 50 to 60 years, in a gilded and painted cartonnage mummy case and separate mask. Head and neck, brain probably removed, and skull filled with a substantial amount of resinous material. Chest and abdomen, there is a profusion of small amulets at the base of the neck and upper part of the thorax. A heart scarab in the upper chest. Ancient Egypt holds an enduring fascination for audiences around the world.